Hi, I'm Amanda Taylor from Moakala Studio. Welcome to my little YouTube intro to the next series that I'm going to be doing. It'll be on my Patreon account, so hopefully you can subscribe to my to be my patron, and and you'll get to watch all the amazing little things that we're going to be doing with this project. Well, it's projects. So today I just wanted to talk about what kinds of things I'm going to be doing in this next little series, and it's all about modeling glass and pâte de verre, kind of without molds to begin with. So we're going to kind of be doing a little bit of experimenting. I'm going to be creating my own little liquid medium with materials that are in my house at all times. I also have the binder, which I've been using for eons and like over 25 years now. But a huge bag of it, and I have a little jar of it left. So we're going to be using that along with my little liquid medium that I created myself. And we're going to also be using some of the commercial binders and liquid mediums just to compare them and see what the difference is. But yeah, the liquid mediums that are out there for making like a glass clay are hygroscopic, which means that they attract water from the air, so they draw in water to themselves. So I did some research and just found out what other liquids that are common around my house that I can actually use to create my own binder instead of going out and buying it, since I'm way up here on the mountain all by myself, and it's kind of a pain to go out and get some glass supplies. So we usually have to order it online, and sometimes just be nicer just to make it myself. So anyway, we're going to go into the slideshow. Actually, previous slide. So what the video series is going to be about on my Patreon is about experimenting with glass powders. And we're going to be doing, making vessels, like paper thin vessels, using the glass binder, and also using a more traditional way of doing it by just compacting the powder. So there's no binders, no water, nothing in it. So that's that, and then there's other diversions. So we're going to be playing with a few different things, trying to get some sculptural elements, et cetera, et cetera. So what got me started was, well, not really, but recently, like a couple of years ago, I saw Laura Quintana's vessels, and they're very paper thin, and I believe she makes them with modeling glass. But we're going to be experimenting a little bit with that. I have a couple little experiments in the kiln at the moment, but they're not using any modeling clay as such, or glass as such. It's a dry method combined with glass pressing. So like I said, we're going to be doing a bunch of experimenting in this little video series. So, but her vessels are quite beautiful. She's from South America, so her website link is there, so if you wanted to check out her work. But she does some beautiful, beautiful, delicate pieces that I just adore, and yeah, check out her work. It's great. And then there's a friend of mine, Monique Feldman. She has a store in Rockport, Massachusetts, right on the water. It's a beautiful little spot there, and her store is called One of a Kind, and they are all the stuff that is in her store she makes, basically, and she has a couple of other people that actually make some of the work that is in the store. But she works with clay. She used to do some glass work, a lot of glass work actually, but I don't know if she's doing that anymore. I think she's focusing mostly on the clay and running her store, so big job. But I've always loved her coral reef sculptures that she's been put onto driftwood that she finds, and she hand sculpts all this stuff, the clay, glazes everything. So she's amazing at what she does, and I love the thinness of some of these. I love the texture that's on some of these, and that's what I'm going to be trying to create with the modeling glass as such. Just try to get that more sculptural clay, because I used to work with clay ceramics before I started working with glass. So, and I love the feel of making something with my hands. So, anyway, but yeah, there's just some details of some of the little coral reefs that she creates, and beautiful little things. So, and some of them are quite big. But and then there's Maria Nava, who she came and rented my studio for a whole month in 2019 for all of August to create some sculptures that she was fusing here and building for a show that was in Asheville. And we're not too far from Asheville, so she rented a house and spent her whole month in my studio, which was kind of cool. But I love some of her components, and the same thing, like mount in different ways, and it just gives you a little bit of inspiration. So, but check out her website. She's down in Venezuela, so yeah, quite an interesting lady, an architect. And here's some of the work that she created while she was here. There's the spheres. She made all those components and assembled all the stainless steel structures and et cetera, while she was here. But yeah, it's just, I love the color play and all that kind of thing, and the light reflecting through it, and yeah, it's very cool little things. And then I found Cathy Sables, very inspiring, just for her. She works in different mediums, so paper, ceramics, she paints, so fiber. So I some of her little elements that she creates, the sculptural wall pieces that she creates are gorgeous, and it's, you know, more into like trying to work with it with modeling clay, with traditional pâte de verre kind of techniques. So we're going to be playing around with that a little bit, and here's some of her work. So little mushrooms, wall sculptures, flowers, you know, corals again, just textures, clams, seashells, all that kind of stuff. So this is what we're going to try to play with during the series. And yeah, so that's it. I think I've talked enough about that, but I hope you can join me for my little homemade little experiment with my little CMC that I have, and I'm going to grind it up in my coffee grinder. So my Mr. Coffee grinder. Anyway, it's not going to be used for coffee, but this is food safe. CMC is food safe. So, but yeah, we're going to try some of the materials that I've had in my studio for years and years and years, and see which thing actually works the best for modeling clay. And yeah, well, just a little bit of experimentation. So I hope you can join me, and I hope you enjoyed this little introduction to my little video series. So if you subscribe, then you'll actually find out about all the little video series that will be coming up. And if you give me a thumbs up, I'd really enjoy it, because that means you like what you're seeing. So hope you have a great day, and we'll see you soon.